Hi, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to use advanced filter in your MS Excel spreadsheet. What is advanced filter used for? You can use advanced filter to hide certain rows in a table based on some column criteria. So for example, I have this inventory table over here. Maybe I have hundreds of items, but I just want to see those items that are in the apparel section with reorder level greater than 100. So I'm not interested at this moment in time to see the rest of the items. I can use advanced filter to do that. So in order to do that, I must first set aside some empty rows to be used as what we call the criteria area. It is where you will specify the criteria of what you want. Where can I access this advanced filter feature? I can do so from the data menu and from the advanced button within the data menu, or what we call the advanced command in the data menu. So let's just jump into it. So this is my inventory table. This space over here that I have set aside on top of the table is where I'm going to use as my criteria area. But it doesn't have to be on top of the table. It can be below the table. It can even be on another worksheet. But try not to put your criteria area beside the table, as it might get hidden when you run the filter. So here I have done so on top of the table. Now what you need to do, a few rows will do. What you need to do is you need to select the column title of the table like that, copy it, go to the empty space that you have set aside. For my case, it's on top of the table, and paste it there. So there you go. That's my criteria area. In this criteria area, specify what you want below the column title. So I want to see those items in the apparel section with reorder level greater than 100, like so. So you can use some of these symbols to specify your criteria: greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, and this is the opposite of the equal sign. This is basically not equal to. We seldom use this, but it is there for you to use if you need it. So here in my example, I'm using the greater than symbol because that's what I want. So once you've done that, what you need to do is you need to click on the data menu and click on the advanced button or the advanced command. There are two main boxes that you need to fill up. In the first box, list range, let me just zoom in. In the first box, list range, put your cursor in that box. If you have something in that box, basically just erase that first. Put your cursor in that box, and what you need to do is you need to select your main table. So in this case, my main table is my inventory table, which starts from A5 all the way to the end of the table. So that's row number 30. So here in the dialog box, it says A5 to J30. That's in the first box. So put your cursor in the first box and select your main table. Next, put your cursor in the second box, which is the criteria range box, and you need to select your criteria area, which is the area that I just created earlier on this video. So that is, let me just scroll that to the top. So that is A1 to J2. So let me just zoom out so you can see what's happening over here. So there it is. I have selected my criteria area. So in the first box, put your cursor in that box, select your main table. In the second box, put your cursor in the text box and select your criteria area. Once you've done that, that's it. Just click on OK, and as you can see, my table will now just show items that are from the apparel department with reorder level greater than 100. So that's how I use advanced filter to only view those rows that I'm interested in at the current moment. Now, it's very important to note that when you are defining your criteria here, uppercase and lowercase is not really big of that matter. What's important are spaces. Make sure that you do not have unnecessary spaces within the spelling of any word that you put as criteria, even after or before the word, or in any of the other empty cells adjacent to your criteria as well. Spaces are something that will give you incorrect results, although they might look convincingly correct. So spaces are very important, or rather unnecessary space. Make sure you don't have that in your criteria area, even in the title of the criteria area, the column title of your criteria area. Now, to release the filter, what you need to do is you need to put your cursor in your table and click on the data menu and click on clear. So I'm going to zoom in. So that's the clear button from your data menu. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that button. As you can see, the table is now displaying all the records or all the entries again. Now, sometimes you want to view more than one set of criteria. For example, besides looking at those from the apparel department with reorder level greater than 100, I also want to take a look at anything with quantity in stock below 100. So quantity in stock over here, which is this column over here. Below that, I'm going to put another criteria, which is less than 100. Now, you might be wondering, why am I skipping this cell over here and I'm putting it on the cell below instead? If you put it on this same cell over here, we are basically compounding the criteria. We are saying that we want to take a look at items from the apparel department with reorder level greater than 100 but with quantity less than 100 of the same data. So what we are saying is we are basically taking all the criteria here into consideration. But if I put it on the next row over here, what I'm saying is that I want to see this. I also want to see this. So in effect, I'm running two filters simultaneously. So I will get two types of results in this table. So whatever I'll see on this table later on would be whatever that meets this criteria or meets this criteria. So Excel will basically filter your table according to this and then filter your table according to this. So it's like running two filter, one at a time, but showing the result simultaneously together in one screen. So let's take a look at that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on data and I'm going to click on my advanced filter button again. Same dialog box. So in the first text box, I have to put my cursor inside and select my main table, which is A1 to J30. So that's correct. But in my second box here, it's now not true anymore. So I'm going to just delete that and reselect my criteria area, which is A1 now right up to J3, because I have two lines of criteria now. So it's no longer A1 to J2, A1 to J3. There it is. So once I've done that, let me just zoom out. I just click OK. And as you can see, I now have more items in my table. Now you might be wondering, what's this food item here doing? There, the food item, right? Now that's because it meets the criteria of the second filter, which is quantity less than 100. Quantity less than 100. So here another one, apparel. As you can see, the reorder level is less than 36. Why does it appear? Because it meets the criteria of the second filter, which is quantity in stock less than 100. So it's basically running two filters at the same time and showing the results together in a single screen. That's what it means to put criteria in two different lines. So remember, it's two filters running simultaneously. So Excel will just like run the first filter, give the result, and run the second filter and give the result in the same table simultaneously. So that's it, folks. That's how you use advanced filter to restrict the data that you want to see at the moment in time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not done so, do subscribe to this channel and hit the notification icon so that you'll be notified of any new videos that I'm going to add on to my channel later. And also drop some comments in the comment section of this video.